Welcome back to the Cycle Frontier. I don't have a huge point to make about the game this time. I just had a little bit of time available when I could stream, and I'm obsessed with this game. I'm still playing it. A lot of the games that I play on here, I play just for the stream, learn something about them, and then I delete them and I quit. I never come back. The Cycle is one of those rare ones that is actually sticking with me, and I really am playing it, despite the fact that there's aspects of it that I found fairly frustrating. I still love it. And so that's actually a pretty huge achievement by a game, to be frustrating in a lot of ways and yet still be fun for the people who, even the people who get frustrated. So there are a few new things that I've learned, the most important of which is I've learned where the push to talk button is. And this is really important because now I don't know what kinds of opportunities we're going to have today to see this in action because it's very random. But, so if I hold the T button, you can see that down below there's a little sound symbol. That means that I'm talking through my microphone at people in the world. And this is important because we've been talking, in the last episode, we talked a lot about how the incentives of this game drive people into conflict. They drive people into shooting each other preemptively because they're afraid of each other. It turns out that if you use push to talk, people nearby will hear you, and you can actually find friendly people who don't want to fight with you. And if they know you're friendly too, they won't preemptively shoot you. Now, this won't be everyone. In fact, I don't know if we'll be able to illustrate that in this particular session, because number one, I don't know if I'll encounter anyone, and number two, if we do, I don't know if I'll encounter a nice person. So, but now you actually know that if you see this symbol at the bottom of the screen, I'm talking at an actual other person. So we'll see if I end up needing that. In the meantime, let's have a look at what I'm trying to do here. Where did I land? Aha, okay, I landed here. I'm very close to the lake, and I've got an objective to kill some monsters at the lake. So I think I should head east, which is this direction, and head up that way. So, you'll notice that I've got a lot more objectives now than I think I had last time. Basically, I have progressed past the first mission. Oh, crap. Those birds, by the way, they tell other players where you are. That's why they exist. They've got a fairly wide radius around them so that you don't know exactly where someone is when the birds take off, but the wide radius means that they're pretty easy to set off. And so when I hear birds far away, I know that there's another player somewhere in that vague direction. But anyway, yeah, so I got through the first campaign mission for each of the factions, which leveled them up enough that they offered me jobs, which are more like, they're not a specific sequence of missions like the campaign missions are. The jobs are, I think, repeatable, just little tasks that you can do, even if you've exhausted the campaign. At least that's the impression I get. That's how I think they're working. I'm aiming south. I need to go east. And so I've also unlocked the later campaign missions, which sometimes there's multiple ones in parallel. So I've got a lot of objectives now, which is great because back when I had very few objectives, sometimes I would drop in a place where it seemed like there was almost nothing available for me to do. Where am I right now? Completely in the wrong place. What am I doing? Why am I going up these stairs? I just see stairs and I want to go up them. But now that I've got so many, it's usually, if no matter where I land, there's something fairly nearby that would be useful for me to do. Oh, gosh. Okay, got that guy, but I just made a bunch of noise. And so here's something that I've started doing preemptively. I'm going to hit push to talk. Hey, if you heard my gunshots, I'm friendly, so please don't come murder me. Thanks. I don't know if there's another human nearby, but I do that just in case. So yeah, because apparently, the people who are watching me live know this. There were server problems earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if server problems have prevented the population from being that huge, in which case maybe we're unlikely to encounter anyone. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they matchmake people or how any of the rules of that work. By the way, I'm noticing some performance hitches here. Is anyone else seeing kind of low frame rate? I feel like this performed well enough last time we streamed it, but if you're all seeing performance hitches, that could be a reason to try something else. I don't know if I just need to restart my entire machine or something to get stuff to work right. Oh, so the Coalition points out that Vigor has that same feature, like birds announcing your location, which is kind of cool. It's interesting that these, kind of similar games. I have gone the complete wrong direction. Well, I guess I'm here anyway. Might as well go in. Yeah, it's interesting seeing games. Oh, there's a power line up there. Interesting. Seeing games sort of converge on solutions like that when they've got when they're similar genres. Okay, so this area is interesting. So there's several areas in the game that have puzzles you need to complete in order to... Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. Okay, so this puzzle's already been opened. Oh, fascinating. Okay, cool. Usually when you come in here, these little power batteries are empty, and they're not working. And you actually have to go through a puzzle in order to unlock this loot room. But apparently somebody already did it, already came in and picked up what they could have managed to pick up. They probably had a full inventory when they came in here. So that's probably why this stuff is not fully looted. Or maybe they just got accidentally booted or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm grabbing a bunch of it. And, oh, there's a jacket with some money in it. Okay, let's put something in my safe pockets. So definitely the money, because that has no weight. And what is this? Titan ore. What here and here is really valuable? I want something blue. Maybe I'll just grab this. And just, do I have anything that's small? I'll grab this too because I can carry it. Okay, cool. Anyway. So, oh, wait. Aha. Cool. Awesome. Okay, I think I've grabbed everything now. But yeah, so you can actually solve these puzzles once. And I think that each of these puzzles is actually associated with a mission. So even if you're not motivated to just figure them out on your own for your own random reasons, there are missions that send you to specifically to complete these and get some mission item that's hidden in the loot room. And so you solve the puzzle, you learn how to get into the loot room by placing all the batteries or doing whatever else you need to do, and then anytime you come back, you can do it. Now, it takes time to solve these puzzles, and time is sort of one of your most precious resources in this game because, it's sort of inevitable. Eventually, another player is going to find you, and eventually that player might be dangerous. And so you don't want to spend a ton of time on a given run without going home and dropping off the stuff that you've acquired. And so it's dangerous to just spend a bunch of time somewhere because the chance of somebody interrupting you and murdering you. Friendly. Oh, I didn't get to the T button in time. Dang it. So I don't know. That person might have... They're pretty well equipped. That person might have murdered me anyway, no matter what I said. But if I'd gotten to the T button fast enough, I at least could have found out if that was a murderer or not. Well, I didn't really accomplish that much. I did get a few things in my safe pockets, which is fine. But that was disappointing, so I think we need to go back in. So no one reported problems with the frame rate. So I'm seeing them locally, but I don't know. The stream might actually be performing just fine. So do let me know if there's a serious frame rate problem here. Okay, so I lost a bunch of stuff, which is sad. But that's fine. I actually just unlocked a reward via the Fortuna Pass. And so I've got a bunch of weapons here. So let me just load myself up with some new stuff. Why is that? Oh, I don't have a backpack. Haha. Do I want a large backpack? Whatever. Sure. I mean, a medium backpack. Yeah, I'll grab a medium backpack. And then let's grab... Because, I think is a decent chance I'm going to get murdered. Maybe I'll only bring one weapon with me. But we'll grab some armor and a helmet. We'll want some heals. Grab that. And I think that's everything I really want. Yeah, I think that's everything I really want. Okay, the take says there is a slight performance hitch, so I apologize. Since folks in the chat are saying it's not that bad, I'm going to continue. If you're watching this later on YouTube and it's annoying, I apologize. I I'm not sure what's up, but maybe before the next time I stream, I should restart my whole machine and just make sure that that we're doing, you know, everything we can to make sure this is performing well. Because historically, I don't think I've had a problem with performance with this game. Okay, so we're going back in. Let's see where we land this time. We'll see if we're close to the lake or if maybe we're closer to a different objective. All right, where are we on the map? Okay, we're still close to the lake, and this time we're on a different instance, so that same idiot is probably not here. So let's start heading in that direction. And also, I think, I'm trying to remember, was one of my other missions, did it want me to get... Okay, I've already got Veltasite. But, because that's another thing you can get up in that area, is Veltasite. Optic glass is something else you can get in that area, so I should try to look for that while I'm up by the lake. Yeah, I think that... Ooh. Nickel. I also need nickel. I think this looks like a nickel deposit. I think I saw a little green shimmer around it. However, I could be wrong. There we go. It only had the one? Okay, fine, whatever. Well, let's definitely put that in my safe pockets. So the tank says that Grounded is getting an animated TV show. And he's wondering when State of Decay is going to get its own TV show. I'm not anticipating that. I mean, sure, maybe someday. I think that there's a big elephant in that room called The Walking Dead. And there's also several others, like, say, Black Summer and stuff like that, where I don't know if there's really a lot of room for a new zombie TV show right this minute. So, you know, never say never, but... I don't know if there's really an audience that's hungry for that at the moment. Beyond the State of Decay, obviously the State of Decay audience, a lot of you were like, yeah, I would love that sort of thing. But beyond, a TV show needs to have a larger potential audience than a video game. All right, so it looks like this is just not a real place. I think this is actually a place where if I was on a particular mission, like I think these bones here are something I could pick up. But they're a mission item, and so they don't show up as a pick-upable object for me right now. I'm just gonna look around here. Okay, so how close am I to the lake right now? Not that... Okay, I gotta pass through the woodcutter camp first. Okay, so Lecolician says, now I'm curious how much you would like Vigor, since a lot of the things you don't like in this game are better there. Yeah, I am curious about that too, actually. You've mentioned Vigor a couple of times, and I have not tried it out. Thing is, I think a lot of what I like about this game is the moment-to-moment, just the feel of running around and shooting is really, really good. And it's really sort of aligned with what I enjoy. And so that might be a part of what I like. And so if Vigor is very different on that score, I think there's no guarantee that I'd be into it. But yeah, if it does actually, if it's had more practice and does a few things better than this game does, then yeah, there's a potential that I could really get into it. So we'll have to see. I don't want to spend a lot of time here, and I don't want to attract a lot of attention to myself while I'm here before I have the opportunity to hunt in the lake. Because the lake is what I'm really here to do, so... Oh. Somebody just left the lake. Oh, that's good. I like it when people leave. That's my favorite thing in this game, is people leaving. Okay, looks like they've already been through here. Okay, I think we should expect this place to be fairly picked over. Now, this spot here, I don't know if this counts as lake or if it counts as waterfalls. If this counts as waterfalls, then fighting this creature will not help me with my... Okay, lake. We are in lake. Okay, good. So... Oh, we've got two of them. I guess I'll start with you, sir. Okay, with two of them potentially firing at me. That could be a problem. I was going to concentrate my fire on one to take it out. Okay, that's enough rattlers. I still need to get a couple of striders. But I might as well kill this rattler while I'm here. Oh, he just hit me? He hit me from fairly far away. So you see me running to the side to avoid his little beam attack. Once he commits to a direction, he's committed. Okay, so we got his skin. All right, so if I start moving this direction, this counts as waterfalls, not as lake. And so, but a lot of this facility that's above me counts as lake. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head in the waterfalls direction first because there's a really kind of fun place to search up there. And then I'm going to switch over. I'm going to move towards lake. Did I just hear something? Hey, if you can hear me, I'm friendly. I'm just here to mine. Don't mind me. Okay, here's a place I can mine. So I don't have... So I've already satisfied the Veltasite needs of my missions, but I've also got some upgrades that I want to grab for my own reasons that involve Veltasite. So I'm still going to be mining some Veltasite here, even though they don't appear on my mission list. Let's see what else we got. Wait, is that... Oh, that's Veltasite. I almost missed this one. So you can get mineral detectors to help you recognize these things, but once you start learning how to recognize them, the mineral detectors still help from far away, like when you can't see them, but you actually get better and better over time at just recognizing them in the world, which is kind of fun. It's a fun kind of mastery to achieve. Okay, yeah, so if you ever need Veltasite, like this is the place to come. Up here in this part of the waterfall. Oh, you can't actually see the map. Up here in this part of the waterfalls. It's a really good place to go for this sort of thing. And it's not just good for this. I'll show you another spot here. Assuming that nobody comes and murders me. I'll show you another spot here that I think is really good too. So over this way, you see these horses on the wall? These horses are marking a hidden behind the waterfall location, which is, you know, everyone's favorite thing in video games. There's usually just different mining opportunities here every time. This is mostly about mining. There's usually a couple of little objects here, too, that are not mined. And so, yeah, this stuff is valuable, but mostly I just like it because it's behind a waterfall. Oh, come on. Give me that thing. And also, it's fairly isolated. Like, I've never encountered another person here. I mean, I don't think that means that I'm the only one who knows about it or anything like that, but yeah, it's like, I usually feel a little bit secure. There's, you know, one entrance, and while my back is to it right now, so I'm not being very intelligent, there, get some medical supplies. Theoretically, this is a defensible position, so it does make me feel a little more comfortable that way. So I'm glancing over at the chat, and it looks like people are just still talking about how you could make a State of Decay 2 series. And I like the fact that the way you're thinking is, you know, how to make it distinctly State of Decay 2. That's actually one of the problems that I often solve as a systems designer. Is like, you know, when you're adapting... Oh, well, somebody is taking off right now from here. You know what? I'm just going to let them go. I hope you got away pleasantly. I hope that you're not still here waiting to murder me. Okay. I don't see anyone. But that probably means, because there was somebody here, that probably means there's no optic glass in here for me to find. Optic glass is pretty rare and valuable. And if somebody was in here... Oh, well, they didn't search this. If somebody was in here... the chances are they probably would not have wanted to leave optic glass unscavenged. So my hopes are not incredibly high. But we will still have the opportunity to run around and hunt some monsters in an area that counts as lake. And that's going to be valuable. Because hopefully I can finish that one mission and then move on to the next one. Nobody around. Is there anything over here? This looks like a place to hide stuff, but I guess not. Kind of fun trying to get into like level designer psychology and like trying to figure out where would somebody hide a thing. Like when in that waterfalls area, it seemed really obvious to me that there was probably something behind a waterfall somewhere. Because that's just level design tradition. Okay, so I just found pieces of a monster, which means that whoever came through here killed monsters. And so there might not be any more lake monsters here for me to fight. There are items for me to search. Oh, I'm kind of glad I grabbed that medium backpack now, because I'm starting. I've just finished. Like I filled up enough space that if I had a small backpack, I'd be done. Ooh, somebody died here. Left their shield and helmet. I'm not going to pick them up because they're fairly cheap ones, and they're very, very heavy. Ooh, polymetallic prefabricate, though. That's something that I need. Let me... Do I have room? Yes, I do. I do have room to keep that. Okay, that's something I want. And which way am I facing right now? Okay, so I'm headed down the facility. I think I already searched this. So I'm gonna... Oh, what's this? Oh, an entire small backpack. That's 20 pounds to carry that around. Well, you know what? I am kind of low on backpacks, actually. This was my last backpack. I'd have to buy or fabricate a new one. So, there we go. But yeah, so the thing that I was saying before is that, you know, when you're a systems designer and you're assigned to sort of adapt a particular property or a particular genre to a video game, you don't want to just do the most obvious, like, oh, we're doing a game in this genre? Let's just do a classic game in that genre. Like, you really want to think about, well, what really makes this property or this genre distinctive? By the way, right here is the dead drop for this location. You really want to think about like how can I make this feel uniquely like the game experience for this particular property? Like with State of Decay 2, trying to adapt that sort of the long-term zombie survival experience. Like, it wasn't enough to just say, oh yeah, there's zombies and you shoot them. Like we were specifically, and I say we, it's the team that existed before I got there. They were specifically trying to create kind of a, the longer term, like Walking Dead style experience where it's about, surviving years, not just surviving days or hours. And so there were specific decisions that you make designing a game like that to try to create that particular experience. And so similarly, do I have anything I want to drop in favor of this thing? Probably not. That haunch of meat is probably the least valuable thing, would be the least valuable thing in my inventory if I picked it up. So why bother? I'm finding all kinds of... Wow, there was like a fight here. Like, somebody lost their helmet right there. I've got no room left. Okay, you know what? These haunches... Well, it says that they're green, like they're rare. And I know the spinal bases are not rare, but I still kind of need them sometimes. So I think, you know what? I'll drop the Rattler skin. I don't think anything that I want to build right now involves Rattler skin. So I'll... do that. By the way, I should check where is my extraction is way the heck down south. Okay. So extracting is going to be a challenge. Again, because of time. It's not really because moving a far distance isn't hard in this game. What's hard is surviving that long without somebody ganking you. Okay, I think there's a Rattler over there, but I don't want to fight a Rattler. I want to fight Striders. And I think that the only Striders in the lake are the ones that are inside the facilities, the ones that were already killed by someone else. So I think that this might be a bust for hunting Striders. So I think we might want to just start heading south, heading for our extraction, hoping we can get out alive with all this valuable stuff we picked up. So let me stop in this little culvert up here to orient myself and figure out where I'm going. What is this? Ooh, pale ivy blossom. You know what? I've seen... Oh, and 3 compound sheets. I think I need those too. I've seen ivy blossoms listed as an ingredient in some stuff. I've never actually picked one up before. I think I hear somebody. Oh, yeah. So, you know what? I think I'm going to grab these sheets. The sheets seem like they might be more valuable than the meds, at least to me immediately. I've got a lot of meds in my stash back home. Okay, so where am I headed? I'm headed down to Science Campus. Okay, so I need to be going southwest. Why did I just push that button? I mean southeast. So, for some reason, I keep saying east and west backwards lately, and I'm not sure why that is. I think it's when I'm imagining myself moving south, I accidentally flip east and west in my head. So I'll say southeast when I mean southwest, and southwest when I mean southeast. Because it's like I'm imagining myself turning around in my head, and that's flipping my directions, even though that's not how cardinal directions work. Okay, so Macmert is noticing that the game is suffering from some performance issues. Yeah, so I asked people in the chat about that earlier on in the episode, and they said that it was fine, that it was tolerable, so I decided to keep going. I'm not sure what's causing it. I think... No, this seems more valuable. I'll keep that. I'm not sure what's causing it. Historically, I've been able to stream this game just fine. It could just be my computer has just been turned on for too long. So I'm seeing the game running smoothly on my screen. But I'm seeing my preview in OBS is stuttering. So sorry about that. If this is annoying anyone who's watching, either now or later on YouTube, I apologize. I do strive, in general, to have a more performant and fun-to-watch stream than this. I hope it's tolerable. If not, I mean, I'm not making a ton of profound points right now about this game. You can feel free to skip this one. All I'm trying to do is survive at this point. Just get to my extraction, and then I'm going to quit and go start getting ready for the official State of Decay 2 stream. So Macbert says, is asking me, so overall, how are you liking this game? So great. Like I've actually, I said at the beginning of this episode that. Oh, who's that? Oh, hello, sir. I would like not to fight you, please. Anyway, it's interesting because I've spent a lot of my streaming of this game talking about how potentially frustrating it is. How, you know, sometimes I'll get really upset because I found something rare and special that I really needed, and then I'll get killed by someone and lose it. And that can be a bad experience. And also, you know, when you're not successfully communicating with people, which, you know, I did realize recently was an option, that I can talk out into the world. Oh, crap. Evac is offline in 5 minutes. Okay, I really need to get there. You know, the incentives of the game line up towards preemptively getting into conflict with people. And so you end up with just a lot of situations where you fight people that you don't really want to be fighting, you know? Is there something I want to give up so I can hold this thing? This thing is actually pretty valuable. You know, I can always get more Titan ore. Ore in general, so really valuable ore. Like there's, you know, there's different qualities of, what the heck? I'm up on a cliff. This is not where I want to be. I kind of want to be on that track down there. That's where I want to be. Gosh, I want a parachute. That's what I want. Anyway, the incentives of this game do kind of push people into conflict with each other. But at the same time, even though I've got all those problems with the game, I keep finding myself wanting to play it. It's like I'll have some free time, and all I'll want to do is come and play this game. So, it's actually kind of hard to explain why that's the case. Why do I like this game so much? I think that a lot of it has to do with the moment-to-moment, like the sort of the running around and the shooting feels particularly good to me. You know, there's a lot of different ways that a shooter can feel, and they appeal to different, like, preferences. You know, it's like different people really like different kinds of shooters for different reasons. And I tend to be a little bit of a Call of Duty type player. I like Titanfall a lot. I like, you know, Apex Legends, like that sort of vibe, like the sort of the Infinity Ward / Respawn vibe is sort of, that's my jam, I guess. And so this game fits into that kind of paradigm. It feels that way to play. And so I think that's a huge part of why this appeals to me. The other thing is I just really like running around and scavenging things. I like sort of the vibe of scavengy type games. Okay, so I'm going to call the ship right now. It's going to take me some time to get up there. And so I think that just the combination of how it feels to play and the fact that these sort of like little collection loops are sort of the kind of thing I'm into, I think they just sort of add up to a really just sort of nice, very Jeffrey-friendly experience. So I think that's why I like it, which means, you know, this specific game may not be your deal. You know, there may be other games, like, you know, other games in this genre that you'd like better for whatever reasons, that their vibe lines up with what you're into. But this one works really well for me, and so yeah, so that's why I'm still playing it. Okay. So it's still possible for me to get killed. Hello, please don't kill me. I'm just trying to extract. Thank you. I think you're a nice person. There. I said that to whoever might be waiting. This is a nice extraction spot, by the way, because they close one of the doors. So you actually can kind of have a wall at your back and not be quite as worried about getting attacked. The ones where all 4 doors are open are a nightmare. And there we go. We made it out with that stuff. So, whew. And yeah, 18,000 bucks worth of stuff. That's pretty good. And we didn't get the Striders, but we did finish getting Rattlers at the lake. And we got all the altered nickel that we needed. So I think, yeah, we're doing pretty well there. Still have not gotten the optic glass, but we did get all the compound sheets we need. So that's good. And I got close to a couple of people. At least one of these was the one that was taking off. And the other one, I might not have even known they were there. They've earned some Fortuna experience. Like Elysion says, nice run, especially compared to your last one. Oh yeah, exactly. So, okay, let's have a look at my inventory. Let's dump the stuff I don't need into the heap. Most of these things are going to go into existing stacks, and so they're not going to, you know, weight doesn't matter in your stash. All that matters is stacks. Okay, no, I can't quite drop everything off yet. And, oh, I can't afford to drop off this backpack either. So, okay, we can drop that off. We can drop that off. So, I need to figure out what I can pull out of my stash to make room for this stuff. Actually, wait, before I do that, let's go and complete this one mission that I completed. The What a Tool mission is ready to turn in. So let's turn that in. Let's see what it consumes. All right, so they're going to take some nickel and veltacite from me. That might actually open some spots. So let's do that. And now I have access to a new kind of mining tool, which should make my life easier. And also I've got another job, which is about depositing one of those mining tools. Okay, so he wants compound sheets and ball bearings now for the next mission. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't unlock these. These are the final rewards. I'm not going to get them right now. I've already got this. So let's deliver that as well.
Completed already.
Hunt rattlers using a KOROLEV weapon. Okay, that's very specific, isn't it? But I've leveled up with KOROLEV, so we're at level 5 now, which might unlock something. Okay, there's a new type of job that I can get. That's cool and all. That's a dead drop mission. I don't know if I've done a dead drop mission on the stream. They're a special kind of mission. Where basically you have to bring something to a particular spot on the map and leave it there. Which means sometimes that means you find it in the map and then bring it there, which is a 2-step thing which takes a lot of time and has a lot of risk to it. Or you have to buy something here at the base and bring it to the map and drop it off the map, which means you've paid money for it, and so you really are nervous about losing it. So the dead drop missions are particularly high risk feeling missions, and no, actually, apparently the rewards for those missions filled my inventory up even more, rather than emptying it. So that makes me sad. However, okay, I can sell this old medicine. I don't even know if there's anything that demands it. I could probably sell this old medicine. It's really easy to get. It's all over the floor every time you go to the waterfalls area. And also, this azure tree bark, you can get tons of it at the wood cutting place. And so why don't I just actually, let's go back to KOROLEV, because where you sell stuff is at the factions. You get faction rewards for selling things. So let's sell some stuff. So yeah, let's just, you know what? Let's sell all of this. Let's sell this. Let's sell the extra Veltasite. Is that going to give me enough space? Is there anything else? Oh, I've got a... I never use grenades. Let's just sell a bunch of grenades. Let's sell all the grenades. Sell. There we go. Now I've got space in my stash. So now I can drop things out of my inventory into the stash. Actually, oh yeah. Backpack for next time. I think we're good. So yeah, so the next time I go out and I want to hunt the rattlers specifically, I'll want to bring this weapon. The KM9 Scrapper is a KOROLEV weapon, so I'll need to use that specifically to kill rattlers. But I'll worry about that next time. Now let me go back to my my quarters and see if there's anything with the new resources that I picked up, if there's anything that I can do there. MacMert is asking, can I buy the season pass using the in-game mechanics? Okay, so I've got this income generator here, which makes Aurum, which is a hard currency, very, very slowly. And I can get some K-marks here too. So yes, you can generate currency using this stuff, and you can spend the resources you collect in the world to upgrade your generators. So, like, if I wanted the Aurum generator cap to go up, I could spend alternate. I just exhausted my Alter Nickel. And I've never found a nutrition bar because I'm not usually spending times in high danger areas. If I had a data drive and more... Oh, copper wire. I deliberately left copper wire behind because I thought something else was more valuable. This is why I thought copper wire was valuable. So I should keep that in mind. Oh, but here we go. My K-Marks generator cap. I can use some of that flawed Veltasite to upgrade it. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to upgrade this generator. So over time, I might be able to make enough Aurum. You can see over on the other corner, I got 428 Aurum right now. To buy the Fortuna Pass, it will take, what was it? 950. So I'm less than halfway there. Chances are, so that generator is not the only way I can get Aurum. There's also Aurum available. Oh, this one's locked. Oh, actually, the Aurum might actually all be locked. So there is opportunities to get Aurum via the pass, but that's not doing me any good when I haven't bought the pass. So I don't know. So this current season is going to last another 55 days. If I play constantly and I'm always picking up my Aurum and stuff like that, it's entirely possible. Maybe it's possible for me to get up to 950 in that time and buy the pass before the season expires. It seems like it's fairly likely that maybe that's not the case, that maybe it would be very, very difficult, if not impossible, to get that much Aurum in that time, in which case it's effectively, it deliberately probably, pricing you out of it so that you have to spend money in order to get it. So what my plan is over the next couple of months is I'm going to keep playing this game as much as I feel like I want to play it. I don't know whether that's going to be enough to get enough Aurum to buy the pass, but I'm going to be so I'm not going to buy the pass until I find out whether or not I can earn enough Aurum just through my normal cadence of gameplay to get it, because I want to know the answer to that question. I want to know how it's not, I still don't know if this counts as pay to win entirely, but how pay to win this is. And so, yeah, so that'll be an interesting experiment. So I think that I've enjoyed this game enough that I feel like I do owe these people some money. They've given me a lot of entertainment. And so I do intend to buy the Fortuna Pass at some point, but I'm going to wait to buy it until I know whether I can get it just by playing the game, because that feels like really useful information. So there we go. I think we're going to wrap this up because I got to get ready to do the official State of Decay 2 stream. Again, I'm sorry about the performance this time around. I'm genuinely not sure what's causing the problem, but before the next time I stream a game like this on my PC, I should make sure I do a full reset and everything, and make sure that, there's not something weird going on my PC that is sort of like sucking performance. Like I do, because this is a work day. I think most of my other times that I've streamed this game, it was not on a day when I had a bunch of work stuff open. I do have a bunch of work stuff open on my PC right now, and so it could easily be that that's what's causing the performance hitches. I'm really not sure. So yeah, and La Coalition, I feel like I should look up Vigor, but here's the problem. If I look up Vigor and I like Vigor, then I've got 2 games like this that take a lot of maintenance to play. So I don't know if I can afford that, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Either way, I'm going to be taking a break from streaming starting this Thursday. I'll take about a week and a half off. So, I'm building up enough videos to sort of fill that space. So if you're watching on YouTube, actually, you're probably watching this much further in the future in YouTube because I've been piling up videos so I could release them slowly over time. But yeah, anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know. So Coalition says, Vigor has a welcome pack where you can buy a lot of stuff at a very low price, but only once. Does this one have one? I don't remember this one having something like that. That is a very common thing. I've worked on mobile games that have had that kind of thing where they just say, you can get there's a limited time deal where in the first 2 days since you start playing the game, you can spend money immediately to get a much better deal on some stuff than you ever could get if you just did it normally. And I think one of the reasons people do that is because it's so common for players to play a while before spending money, and if there's a chance the player might drop off the game and never spend any money on the game, then that's a player that you entertained for free. Which, if you're bean counter, that feels like a loss. And so they try to create these moments where players who might otherwise drop off the game without ever buying anything, trying to give them just a screaming deal up front, so that each player does tend to spend money overall, which economically makes sense. It could, it can feel a little bit like a weird value proposition as a player where you're like, the whole point of this game is I get to play it for a while and find out if I like it before I spend money. But here's somebody saying, hey, if you're willing to commit some money up front, you can get a bunch of fancy things. It becomes a complicated economic decision for the player, which can feel weird. I think if I really know I'm going to love a game, I will sometimes buy those up front, but usually I avoid them. Usually I say, no, I actually really want to find out what this game is like before I commit money to it. And then I'm willing, if it really is a game that entertains me, I'm willing to spend more money for less in order to reward the game developers for building it. So there you go. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap this up so that I can get out of here and get ready for the official State of Decay 2 stream. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, there you go. Here's some links to other videos. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming the cycle more, but if I do, I'll stick it right there, so you can click on that. And yeah, donate to the Red Cross!